Hey y'all, it's Lucy of paperglitterglue.com, and I want to show you how to make this fun little, I call him dancing Santa, a dancing Santa. It's kind of based on some vintage figures where they had like little tissue paper arms and they had a lot of movement, and I thought I would kind of mimic that by just using cardstock. I think this would be a fun craft to make with kids. If you do that, I suggest that you put the face together, or at least most of the face together, because it is a layered design with, and you kind of have to put them in order. But I think it's a fun craft, and I hope you will make it with me. So I'm going to start off showing you how it works within Cricut Design Space, and then we'll assemble the layers. All right, let's get started with our little dancing Santa. So I'm on the home screen of my Cricut Design Space. That's the software I use to cut out my project with my Cricut Maker. I'm on my laptop, and we're going to go to New Project. So I'm going to the green button up here in the upper right-hand corner. Upload, upload, browse. This is the Santa dancing figure set of files, and I've got a number of printable files, including 2 files that show you how the layers work on the face. So if you want, I think it's important that you look at that at those, and I've included them on my website as well. All right, let's open up the SVG cut file. So I'm going to open it. This is the file I want, and let's continue. Upload. This is image details if you want to add some details there. Upload. And this is the file. So I'm going to reduce the size on the screen just a little bit so I can see the entire project. And this is my Santa figure. So first I'm going to, actually I didn't mean to do that. First I'm going to this group and ungroup under the layers panel, ungroup. And I check to make sure it's uploaded at the right size. So my 1-inch square is 1 inch, so we can delete that now that we don't need it. I'm clicking the little trash can button. And here is my Santa. This is the back piece. These are the arms and legs, and they're the only pieces that need score lines, arms and legs. So let's move everything out of the way except what we need to do the score lines for. This is what adds a little dancing magic to our Santa. So I'm going to, I'm going to group this to get it out of the way. I'm going to hide it just so I can show you these things better. This is one of the legs. So you can see, I think you can see that there are a bunch of little parallel lines here. Those are the score lines for the cardstock. So I'm going to click on the score lines. And I always draw my score lines in red, and that means that the color box will turn red. Then we go to the operation menu just right next to the color box. Click score, and I think you can see that they turned into dash lines. I'm going to attach them so that these will stay with this piece, and I'll do the same thing to the other 3 pieces. And I'll do that real quick. Now that's basically all you have to do to set up the files. The rest is cut in just kind of a straightforward manner. So I'm going to cut it out on my Cricut using a cardstock setting. You can use the cardstock for intricate cuts for the face, but basically the rest you can just cut on regular cardstock. All right, now let's go to construction so we can assemble our little Santa dancing figure. I think I've got all the pieces laid out. This is the printable PDF file that shows the order. And I put like a little figure there so you can kind of see. And it is, there's some layers, but I think that's what gives the face the personality. I just really like it. So let me start off. This is the background piece. This is kind of like, this is the main body. The first step for the face is to glue this black oval behind the eyes and kind of these lines, which sort of give a little kind of crinkle to Santa's face. So let's flip it over, apply some glue around the eyes, and then center this oval and make sure that the black is around the pupils and the face. So the next thing is we do the pink face, or rather the skin tone face, and you have to line it up with these. It has cutouts that match these lines. So again, flip it over and apply, because it's not symmetrical, so you have to make sure you've got it lined up correctly. And flip it over and line it up with these, with kind of the black shadow on the face. Let me pick it up so you can see better. There. And next, we're going to do the cheeks. And I have lightly inked the cheeks using kind of some scrapbooking ink. Where is it? A little bit of a darker pink and a blending tool. So my cheeks have a little color to them. And that goes on next, right? It goes just kind of underneath these two, underneath each eye. Obviously, it's cheeks. There. 2 cheeks. And after the cheeks, these little dots on the kind of your cheat sheet are eyes. And Santa is looking to one side, so the eyes point in the same direction, or rather the irises, the color part of your eye, points in the same direction. And it just needs a dot of glue. It doesn't need much at all, which is challenging for me. Let's get the other eye. So Santa is looking to his left, I think. I think that's his left, my right. Let's see if we can use some tweezers. I'm about as bad with tweezers as my own fingers. Kind of ooch it into place. And it fits right in the corner of the eye. That's the most fiddly part, which in the scheme of things isn't very fiddly, I don't think. The next is the beard. This is kind of like the overbeard. This covers up the lower half of the cheeks and gives some dimension. And I'm kind of lining it up with the mouth, so that the mouth is going to show through. The mouth, for the most part, happens from the back piece. Now, if somehow you happen to cover the mouth up, there is a spare mouth piece that you can use. Okay, we've got the beard. Now we're going to do the the little brim, kind of the fur trim on the hat. And that it might be fun if you wanted to add like a cotton ball or something for the pom-pom. Just another dimensional thing you can do. The pom-pom is slightly larger than the cutout. So again, it's just doing dimension. Okay, so we've done the beard, the brim. Now we do eyebrows. And you can have the eyebrows overlap. Not the brim, but I called it the brim, I think. But really, it's the trim on his Santa hat. So you can have him overlap the trim a little bit because he's got like wild eyebrows. Or you can put him down lower if you want. And next, the mustache. I put the mustache on before the nose. I kind of let the nose be the last piece of the face to go to add to our little Santa face. See, now he's looking good, isn't he? And I lightly, let me see if you could see, I lightly inked the edges of the nose too to make it show up You don't have to do that, but if you're adding skin tone on skin tone, it helps for it to be to add a little distinction between the background skin tone and the nose and the cheeks. Just like that, we've got our face done. Now we can glue the face to the background piece. So just applying some glue here, and these curves should all match. There. Isn't that a cute little Santa face? All right. So next, it's not as critical where you go from here, but I'm going to apply the belt and the belt buckle and the buttons. If you're making with kids, I suggest you do the face and then let them assemble the rest, just because the face has so many layers. If it's especially a young child. Add the buttons. I just did white for the buttons. There we go. 3 buttons. Let's go ahead and glue the trim on the boots and the mittens. And, you can do the trim either way you want, up or down. I don't know. I'm going to do it up on this one, meaning the fuzzy part up. We got boots done. And the trim is the same size for the mittens and the boots. I just thought that would be less confusing. So I'm going to have his hands pointed in, his thumb side in. So I want to make sure you do opposite mittens. And only one more thing, really. These are the arms and legs. And so you have to fold it in what I call an accordion fold. And I'll show you. The first thing, the easiest way I found to do it is just kind of fold along all the lines in the same direction, sort of depending on how well your machine scores. I always use my scoring tool, which does not score as deeply. Okay, so we've kind of got them started. So the top piece will be flat. So let's start our accordion folds with the next piece. The arms I kind of put a little curve here so that it's kind of like the curve of a shoulder. So one's a left and one's a right. They're not very distinct, so it's not critical if you don't do it, but the outer curve is supposed to be the curve of the shoulder. Do the same thing for the legs, and let me see. The bottom piece of the leg, there's not a score line for about an inch, and that's where the boot goes. So where there's a narrower score line, let me see if I can get it to shine so you can see it on camera. This is the top of the boot. The top of the leg. See? Movement. There's our leg. And now let's glue the mittens and boots on. So here's one of the mittens. This is his left shoulder. So I'm just going to apply some glue to the top of the mitten. And this is his right shoulder. I'm applying glue to Santa's right mitten. And now we can add it to the body. And when I made these before, I kind of made them too narrow, but I wanted his arms to kind of hang out free from his body. That's why I made these little extensions. So the arms have a little room, and you can angle them if you want. Remember, there's the curve. Here's the curve on his left arm, the shoulder. me see if I match them up better. I want this one to come out a little bit more. Here's a spare mouthpiece. If somehow yours isn't prominent enough, you can use that. I don't think it's necessary. Oh, let's glue the boots on. Our fun little Santa's almost done. Applying glue to the back of the first kind of division of the leg. Put that one in place. And then this one. I folded this one different. So I want their legs to have the same kind of accordion shape. So I'm going to redo this. So my legs match. You got to have matching legs, you know. That's Mr. Dancing Santa. Just like that, we've got him. And I've got some cotton balls. Let's see how they work. Make it a little smaller. I don't know. I don't know if it's needed or not, but, you know, again, kids would like it. It's just more tactile, so they'll have fun with it. If you want to add some cotton balls, you could do it for the beard, too. But anyway, that's the Dancing Santa. So I hope you have fun making him and, you know, share him with some kids. So, oh, and there's a tab for the back. So if you don't want to put a hole in his hat, you can use the little tab and glue it on the back. I didn't cut one out yet. And glue it on the back, and you can hang him from that. And then if it happens to tear through or something, you've got it. You don't injure your Santa. Okay. All right, I will see you tomorrow with another craft. Today is day 8 in 12 Days of Christmas Papercrafting 2024 with Lucy on paperglitterglue.com. All right, y'all have fun playing with your paper, your cardstock. Bye. Bye.